just about set for football now at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Today, a good one in the AFC East. It's the Washington Commanders and the Super Bowl champions, Philadephia Eagles.
Please welcome your Philadelphia Eagles!
Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go on this cold afternoon in Philadelphia. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led out by the veteran of so many teams. We don't have time to tell you how many teams. Man who's got a lot of jerseys in his closet. It's Josh Johnson.
He falls into a category, Mike, of the ultimate journeyman, and I just think it's a credit to him that he's been able to stick around this long in the NFL in a clear backup role, and it just speaks volumes to the presence that he has in the quarterback room. Now, he's not the guy you're going to give the keys to your franchise to and build your team around, but every time he is called into action, he seems to deliver. Now, that's the case here today, and if history tells us anything, he's going to rise to the occasion, and he's going to give his team a chance.
2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 6. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. That's to McLaurin, they connect again. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
14 yards on that pass play there. First down, Washington.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
Now it's the Arizona product that is Corey Krosky-Merritt. Wow, he can certainly be elusive with the football and the feet. Great spin forward. Give him 6 yards on that one.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Krosky-Merritt to run again. Finds an alley to the 35. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They gain 18 yards on that one. Good for a Commanders first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
He'll step up and run, showing off the footwork, sliding down after a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pick.
These plays just kill you. Defense, the pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
From the 21, here's 2nd and a couple. On the give, Krosky-Merritt, and he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
A gain of 6.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
2nd and 12.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help them at all.
Back to throw. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended and it's going to lead to 4th down.
I'm not sure what it was, Mike, but there was something off about that play from the jump. I'm not sure if it was the body language or the on-the-line of scrimmage communication, but it was pretty clear to me that they weren't on the same page, and I think the result showed.
Udi's kick is good, and the Commanders will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal, but I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Jake Moody.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Bigsby to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. They're led out by the former Stanford QB, 6th-round pick back in the day. It's Tanner McKee.
I think when you break down this game, Mike, I think it's really quite simple. I think it really comes down to the age-old, hey, be balanced on offense. Can their passing attack and rushing attack complement each other? Because what that does is it makes the defense defend the entire field. And then the number one goal of every team.
Oh, Berkeley has fumbled. And the Commanders come up with the takeaway.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. First carry for Saquon Barkley. Ooh! Saquon Barkley! And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles move out to a 7-3 lead.
Commanders 3. Jake Elliott.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Samuel, gonna see what he can do. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to get going with their second possession.
At their own 27-yard line.
Start the drive with Krosky Merrick. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. That's complete. John Bates, the tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
He'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And he has made his presence felt in the ground game already in this first quarter. And they might very well lean on him the next 3 quarters too. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Play action, McKee. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Jalen Holmes in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's McKee. That's complete to his big tight end. Dallas got it. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
That's good.
They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
When you're running a crossing route versus man coverage, you understand that there's going to be nobody waiting for you on the far side of the field. So if you can create separation on your man defender and separate away, there's a lot of green grass. And that's where the quarterback went with the ball.
Complete to Dallas Goddard. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 4. Now it's McKee. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. 3rd, they need 8. To throw is McKee. That's complete. Tight end got it. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If that was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll lead to a second down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
This one is caught by Dotson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. That's Goddard in motion. Throwing again is McKee. He'll try and get there on the ground. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on third down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up the first down.
On first down, here's McKee. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 11-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a whole lot, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. Elliott on now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Eagles extend their advantage to 14-3.
14. Commanders 3.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Samuel going to see what he can do. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to take over once more.
27-yard line.
They'll motion over Samuel. They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 35-yard line.
A run out of the gun. Krowski Merritt, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Cooper to Gene on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Third and a yard. They'll go with the sneak, and it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
At the 38-yard line.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
Really nice play there by the defender, Mike, and not only to force the incomplete, but it's the timing. Understanding if he gets there too early, you bring in PI. You get there too late, it leads to a completion. That time he times it just right and knocks the ball away.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
They'll motion over Samuel. On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's swung out to Krowski Merritt, and he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
It's fourth down. Press play in punt formation for the Commanders.
Going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. We are through one. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter as they are set to start the drive with first and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll get two on this one before being taken down.
He was brought down at the 26. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and
8. So, from the 26-yard line, here's second and 8. Out of the gun, McKee. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for an Eagles first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Play fake, now McKee to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike. Considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum because so far they've come out hot in this one.
On second down, here's McKee. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a first down.
For an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
The job of the offensive lineman is the key piece to a successful screenplay. They have to balance this fine line between stopping the defensive lineman from getting to the quarterback too quick, but also let that defensive lineman think he's got a free rush at the quarterback. That's the balance and the timing that made this play so successful, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
He was taken down by Quan Martin. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the Commanders' 38-yard line.
And the big back, A.J. Dillon. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
From the gun, here's McKee. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense, and then what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot, and with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Eagles move out to a 21-3 advantage.
Commanders 3.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 20. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders offense ready for this next possession. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They'll look to throw. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. A gain there of 27 yards.
And a Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. If he got away with one here, results in a big pickup and get a fresh set of downs. Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game, Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Second down, zone read, and he keeps it.
Keeps it on the option. He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll run the sneak. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
That's good for Washington. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll go with Bill. That's Krusty Merritt. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 4 and 6.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Now this time they'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes!
In what's been a pretty one-sided affair from the opening whistle, it just seems like it continues to get worse. This defense, they know they have them on the edge, and they continue to rush the quarterback the way they are. I'm not sure what this offense can do come the second half.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
It's certainly not for the lack of trying, but these guys are having a really hard time getting on the same page right now. I mean, he's still looking for his first catch, despite getting a handful of targets going his way.
And he's going to be stopped well short of the marker. That one never had a chance. They turn it over on downs. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Now, 1st down throw for McKee. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Deron Payne in there to drop him, and that's going to be a loss of 9 to open this drive.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Man in motion is Brown. Now McKee. Overcome him in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Commanders come up with the takeaway. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
Now Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now this looks like a design run. Yards are hard to come by there. They work it down to the 37-yard line.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Up the middle, Koski Merritt. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
Tackled at the 34-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders are back within 2 scores.
6.
Moody comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. Here is Shipley on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense getting set to get back to work.
24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Barkley, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and
8. Second down, 8 yards to go. Throwing is McKee. Short throw taken in by Goddard. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
One complete to Goddard. A pickup of 15 in the air. 1st down, Philadelphia.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver, and let them do the rest.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It was actually a really nice play design. I just don't love the execution. So with this RPO, what you're hoping is you can hold that extra defender near the line of scrimmage, and it allows your guy to kind of leak out behind them, but it just didn't look like the timing and that everyone was on the same page, and ends up kind of being a wasted down.
6, Devontae Smith. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. To the air again, McKee. He'll let this go for Goddard. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So often we see on these deep passes, the defender lose track of the ball in the air. They then tend to panic, and it either leads to a big pass completion or a defensive PI. In this case, he stays in phase. He's able to break the ball up and prevent a big play from happening.
This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll run with Krosky Merritt. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 11-yard line.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Back to throw. He'll step up and run this. And he's going to have this one up near the 28. A 1st down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
It wasn't anywhere really for him to go with the ball. The defensive backs did a great job of taking away his progression read. But that pass rush, they just can't get home. And he ends up making the play with his legs and moves the chains.
He'll get this into the hands of Debo.
Complete to Debo Samuel. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to tuck it and go.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
This is 3rd and 6. To get the throw away and completes it. And he will have the 1st down. Continue after a pickup of 8.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
This is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. That one secured by the tight end Bates. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime.
3rd down.
It's 3rd and 4. field, they'll wind up taking him down. So the Eagles will use their first time out here, as they'll stop with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Tress Way now, as he's on to punt for Washington. And a pretty good punt there. Fair catch, taken right around the 11-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
At the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 7.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. First and 10, it's Barkley. And he's going to be out just beyond midfield. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Open receiver is Dotson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 2. From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 17 yards on that play. Good for an Eagles first down.
Have to imagine at some point here, Mike, the defensive coordinator looks to change things up. This running back has had his way with them all day long. Get a few more guys in the box. But then you know what that does. It opens you up down the field to that passing game.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here. Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They run out of the gun with Barkley. He is tough to bring down. They finally do. Somehow he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This play right here is just a clear example of just how hard it is to bring this back down, Mike. I mean, he had to break multiple tackles just to get back to the original line of scrimmage. But give credit to the defense. They kept bringing bodies at him, and they're eventually able to get him down for no gain.
It is brought in the end zone. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Eagles. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Elliott now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Eagles will extend this third quarter lead.
Commander is 6. Jake Elliott to kick
So
off
following the
for
score,
Philadelphia.
here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Samuel, going to see what he can do. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Commanders' offense ready for it there. First possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Now, faking the give. He'll step up and run.
That play had sack all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 8. They'll motion over Samuel. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Nolan Smith getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
The Commanders about to send this one away as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punch it away. On the return, it's Covey. And And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Eagles offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll go three tight ends here on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Eagles, first down.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to throw is McKee. This one is caught by Dotson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 16
A
yards.
gain of 16 on that pass play. First down, Philadelphia.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And a nice job, able to dance away and get forward for a pickup of a half dozen.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Give up the middle to the big back, Dillon. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Going to try to pick up the first down with a zone read. A gain of 11, and it's first and goal.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Eagles first down. First and goal.
It's pretty clear why this offense likes to get the ball into the hands of this quarterback, huh, Mike? I mean, he is just so effective in this area, and now he has them set up first and goal.
Here's Barkley, and he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot, and now I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
It's back at the 8 now for second and goal. One more time, they try Barkley. And this is a slight improvement over the previous play. He's not going to lose yardage. He's not gaining any either. It's third down.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face third and goal.
Throwing here on third and goal. Overshoots everyone. It's through the back of the end zone and incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, That can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. He'll start at the 4. The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do.
At their own 26-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That finds Samuel working across the field. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
It's a gain of 25
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move right away.
He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Sidney Brown, they're on the tackle.
Brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. He takes off. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the first down, get down. The drive continues.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a first down.
There he goes again. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's to the rookie out of Virginia Tech, Jalen Lane. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. 11 yards on the connection there. First down, Washington.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
On the give, Krosky Merritt. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8. Moving outside the pocket.
The quarterback on the scramble. The tackle by Moro Ajomo. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Got his man at the 6. And they're going to pick it up here. They took a chance and it paid off. 1st and goal coming up.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This offense, they just can't establish any sort of rhythm. There's just no way to sustain any scoring drives when your quarterback is being pressured and sacked this often.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. Now he'll run it, and he's in! Touchdown, Washington. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least it'll pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Now Jake Moody for the extra point. He's got it, and the Commanders are able to edge a bit closer.
31, Commanders 13.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Here is Shipley on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. That's Goddard in motion. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
On the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 9. They'll run the counter with Barkley. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Out of the gun, McKee. Oh, he's got a minute. That's caught by Brown. Taking advantage of that running ability. Gain of 17 and a 1st down.
That's good for an Eagles 1st down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
They'll try the zone read on first and 10. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. And the Commanders come up with the takeaway. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The Commanders' offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. Back to throw here to begin the drop. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Slot man going to move in motion left. Back to the air again on second and 10. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up third down.
Out-breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Now a third and 2. Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this third down a lot tougher. That on the guard, Sam Cosmi.
Still third down.
So from third and 2, back him up to third and 7. They'll look to throw. Open man, left side, he's got it. A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Commanders first down.
For a Commanders first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here later.
Incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight, and it's second down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete, but as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
A screen set up for Krosky Merritt, and he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Back at the 32.
It is third and long. He'll drop to throw. He'll try to run for it. They'll pick up 7. Nice job defensively, though, to make sure it's not more. And it sets up fourth down.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This will be a 41-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Commanders are back within 2 scores.
16.
Moody comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. Here is Shipley on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Eagles offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. Not a whole lot happening there, just a short pickup.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences, they know it's coming and not going to be a lot of gain.
Mikey Sainristil makes the stop. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Here comes 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's McKee. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, you might be running out of time.
There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Here's McKee now on 2nd down. On the move past the 40. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. 1st down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And he's in! Bigsby. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Commanders 16.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Samuel going to see what he can do. Uh-oh. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if we get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This one not quite on target. And too much. That one falls incomplete.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate and an opportunity for a big shot. You end up falling short.
Back to the air once more on second down. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Jalen Phillips in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's third down.
And it just continues to be a recurring problem. I mean, even the balls he's been able to get out of his hand have come from a cloudy pocket. And listen, I know he's a guy that can make some plays when he's on the move, but at some point, you have to be able to be in rhythm and deliver the ball on time.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. The motion man here is McClure. On third down, they'll throw from the gun. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense. You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Well, the goal here is to run some time off the clock. The game is well in hand as they get back on offense for 1st and 10. Begin with a zone read. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's second down.
At the 18-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
McKee. He's got it at the 7. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Try it again here from the 7-yard line, 2nd down and goal. Give a tight end motioning left here. On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another shot. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's third down.
The play lost a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
So backed up now to the 8-yard line. It's third and goal. He's going to try to do this himself. And he will do it himself. He's in. Touchdown, Eagle. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Eagles are able to extend the lead.
Makes the score Eagles 45, Commanders 16.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Samuel going to see what he can do. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Throw to the right flat. It is caught.
Johnson's pass. Complete to Jalen Wayne. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. Back to throw. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Moody now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Commanders are able to cut into the deficit.
Commanders 23.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here is Shipley on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. These fans set to head home happy. Very solid performance by the hometown side as they finish off a very decisive victory. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
Eagles, first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
So it's a win here for the Eagles. They take care of business here at home. It's a game they were expected to win. They had no problems in the end as they cruise to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from South Philly.